Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Lester Rhodes, and I want to welcome everybody to Absolute Vorticity's weather discussion forecast. I haven't done one of these in a while, so figured why not? Let's give it a shot. Today is September 2nd, 2021. All right, before we get started, have a shameless plug here. Just want everybody to know about if you haven't told your friends and family about our new and updated forum. What in the world are you waiting for? Tell them winter's coming in just a few short months. Let everybody know. Our forum runs faster and the features are so much easier to use. You can upload images easier, uh, Twitter posts and everything. It just works so much better. Please tell everybody about our forum. The more people we can get to talk weather, it's just more fun for everybody. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. All right, so our top weather stories for this video, guys. We've got rain chances increasing for Labor Day weekend, unfortunately. The time period for this looks to be sometime Saturday into Sunday. We'll get to that in more detail in a moment. The models are struggling a little bit with the timing here. And we have the WEBN fireworks forecast to pass along to you. We'll take a look at the next couple of weeks, basically the first half of September. And we're tracking the tropics. Everybody knows about Ida and all the devastation in New Orleans, across the southern United States, all the way up into the mid-Atlantic in New England, where absolutely terrible flooding has been occurring, probably the worst we've seen since Sandy in a lot of places. Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, that whole area. There's also been some tornadoes too. I even saw one on Cape Cod, if you can believe that, an EF0. That's pretty tough to get one there with the cold Atlantic Ocean around you, but it happened. All right, let's see what we got here. So here we go. This is the 18Z NAM model, and as you can see, this is valid for about, I'm going to say about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and this Saturday afternoon, and you can see there's a line of showers and storms coming into the area. It's just starting to press in. And then the model really goes gangbusters by 8 o'clock or so in the evening. Some really nice thunderstorm activity over the tri-state area here. And then the model finally gets rid of it pretty quickly. About 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, really before most of you get up, it's out of here. And we're left with a pretty decent day. The GFS model, on the other hand, pushes some shower activity in as well Saturday afternoon. Pretty decent timing, I think, with the NAM here. This is valid for about 4 o'clock or so Saturday afternoon. And then it gets rid of the front a little bit slower. This is valid for about 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. The main action is over central and southern Kentucky with this diffuse scattered showers around us. So it takes a little bit longer to get rid of the precipitation. Finally, the European model from this afternoon. This is much faster, folks, at bringing in the precipitation. Here's model image here is Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's already moving into the far western sections of our coverage area. Now, here's about 2 o'clock or so Saturday afternoon, some really good thunderstorm activity, especially for northern Kentucky and southeast Indiana on this particular run. And finally, the European starts to get rid of it, except for our southern areas and extreme eastern areas, early Sunday afternoon. This image here is valid for 2 o'clock. So as you can see, there's some timing differences on the models here. So just a heads up, I don't believe this is going to impact the EBN fireworks at all, but if you are at Riverfest Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, you might want to be on the lookout for some showers and thunderstorms in the area. Right now, I think we're going to go with about 60% coverage or so. The chances have gone up in the last couple of runs. Here's the model output for rainfall. As you can see here, the NAM is really going gangbusters with almost an inch at CVG. The afternoon run of the NAM was much closer to the GFS and European here, so I like a quarter to a half inch. I think that's a pretty fair call for this system at this point. So here's your forecast for the Evian fireworks. As you can easily see here, we'll have a high in the lower 80s. Then we'll start to fall through the 70s, and then probably the upper 60s if you're still caught in traffic by 11 or 12 o'clock at night as skies finally begin to clear. So not a bad forecast at all for anybody going downtown for the fireworks. So here's the next couple of weeks. We're going to start with, I mean, you already know what's going on this week. We just, for the first week of September, we just covered it. So next week, here we go. And we've got a cold front coming in. This is valid for Tuesday night, about midnight. And we have showers and thunderstorms coming in. This is from the GFS model. Pretty robust looking here. Pretty strong looking system. We got a 996 millibar low over Ontario. So that's pretty nice. The European, on the other hand, a smidge weaker with the low. Not, it's pretty similar. Has similar timing to the GFS, but not as much rainfall, as you can see with the front. We still have a frontal passage, just not as much rain. But both models certainly agree on another front coming through Tuesday-ish or so next week, and another reinforcing shot of cooler air, as you can obviously see on northwest flow behind the front, and you can see the heat and the big ridge out west, pretty much where it's been all summer. And after that, as we approach mid-September, we got a nice trough coming into the west, and I think we're going to get a warm-up here over us, as you can see with that big ridge. I kind of hinted on that on the forum this afternoon. And this is the operational GFS here for September the 14th at 500 millibars. This is upstairs, okay, upper levels of the atmosphere. And here's the GFS ensemble, valid for the same time period, same sort of thing. Trough coming into the west and a warm up for us in the east. What do we got here? Operational European at day 10, September the 12th. There's our departing trough for week 1 of September that we discussed. Here comes the ridge, and here comes the trough for week 2. You can obviously see same sort of thing. Excellent model agreement. Excellent. And finally, the European ensemble. Here it comes. Same sort of thing. Week 1 trough lifts out. The ridge comes in for week 2. Trough comes into the west. So everybody pretty much agrees with that. So that's what we got. All right, so tracking the tropics. Again, thank goodness Ida's off the map. We can finally say goodbye to her. However, the impacts are going to be long lasting. It could be several weeks to a month before a lot of folks down here in New Orleans gets their power back on. It's a really bad situation. All the flooding, over here in New England and Mid-Atlantic. Hopefully those folks can recover. It's going to take some time. Hurricane Larry obviously sticking out like a sore thumb here. And we've got a tropical wave in the Caribbean we're keeping an eye on. Chances for development are low. And another wave coming off of Africa. Chances at this point are low behind Larry. So Larry's pretty much the main game in town right now in the Atlantic Basin. Here's the 5 p.m. advisory from the Hurricane Center. He's up to 80 miles an hour now. Pressure at 985 millibars, and we're expecting a lot of strengthening in the next several days, and probably a major hurricane by sometime late this weekend is pretty much what we're looking at here. Here's the visible loop of Larry, and you can see a nice looking system here. You can easily see the nice swirl, a good central dense overcast forming with the visible. The thunderstorms are developing and wrapping around the center very, very nicely. A little bit dirty. You can't really see a well-defined eye yet, but you also have some really nice outflow. Look at how the cirrus clouds just kind of fan out. See that? That's really nice outflow, guys. So that tells us there's low vertical wind shear, and we can absolutely expect this system to intensify. And there's that next wave you can see there coming off of Africa with the Cape Verde Islands right there. All right, here's the official forecast track from the boys at the Hurricane Center. Obviously, we talked about a major hurricane coming later this weekend and the next week. We don't yet know if the continental United States will be impacted. It's a little too early to know. I would be extremely concerned if you know anybody that lives or has interests in Bermuda and also Eastern Canada, Newfoundland, Bay of Fundy area, that kind of thing. Those are the two places I think are most under the gun from Larry, but it's very, very, very early in the game. That could easily change. Stay tuned to Absolute Vorticity, guys, in our tropical area of the forum for further details. All right, I want to thank everybody very much for watching my weather video this evening. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned to the forum for more weather information every single day. And again, thank you so much for watching and staying a loyal forum member.